For every 100 shillings that he has, 60 shillings has been claimed by his debtor. So if you use that money to pay debt, it means it's not available to cover other things. Now that's how serious it is. If you consider that in a whole year, right, the 14-year-old's pocket money is 100 shillings, just consider that, or say for a month, right? Our debt position is such that right now, for that 100 shillings that he expects as his monthly allowance, 60 shillings straight away is a debt, which means it's not his income. You owe it to somebody else to have to give out that.
So he has only 40 shillings.
So he has only 40 shillings of income, right? So, and the way you do that is you are assuming that for the whole country, all our income for a year, which is what an economist calls GDP. So if you aggregate that, the equivalent of that is that if we had to extinguish all our debt today, we would have to pay 60% of that, which means we would work 8 months in the year, actually close to 9 months in the year, just paying our debts and then have to survive on everything else for the last 3.5 or so months. Now that's how serious it is. The acceptable portion is usually between 30 to 40%. So basically, that's what it tells you. We are double what is considered the safe and the decent level. The first thing that the 14-year-old should know then is that it's not business as usual, right? For every 100 shillings that he has, 60 shillings has been claimed by his debtor. So if he's going to pay his debt, the first thing he needs to do, I'm not taking any more debt. That would be a useful one. Just cap it and send it. Secondly, he has to scale back on the things and plans that he has had for the pocket money that his parents provide. So one of the things then he would have to say is, what is it as some of the luxuries that I could? What are some of the things that I owed? But most importantly, I must make sure my debt is not growing further. Or the 14-year-old has to get the impression that I cannot rely on only the money that I get at my pocket money. I've got to get some work, which is basically to supplement my income that I get from my guaranteed income with something else. That's not an option that's available to a country, but I'm just trying to use a basic example about what options are available to.
Okay.